Hello, welcome, thank you for stopping by. This is my restoration of a car boot sale find. I found this table at a car boot sale last year. It was covered in heavy stuff and being sold by an antique dealer. Absolutely groaning under the weight, and all the stretcher legs are broken and the legs were wobbly and loose. Is in a bad state, so he asked for £12, so I gladly gave him that. Absolute bargain. So I'm putting some Gorilla Glue on the bare wood edges, which I've prepared. There's a little bit of a signature. I think it says Cane Lay, not sure. So okay, once we'd screwed all the top together, a little bit of glue on the legs and some nice strong new screws in there. These stretchers in position, they're like little whales, they are, I think, stylised whales with the mouth holding the shelf. Can you see that? Really nice. So once I pin the legs back together, just got to wait for the glue to dry. It does a lovely job of expanding and filling any gaps you've got. And the good thing about it is once it has expanded, it doesn't stick to anything shiny, so just scrape it off like that. Really handy stuff. Where you've got bare wood, it will stick. So I'm just going to give the very dark surface a quick sand just to let this stripper penetrate a little bit better. This is a gel stripper. So I'm not going to strip the detailed edges, they're staying dark. So if you pick up stuff like this, it's very unpopular at the moment. You can often get it, you know, for next to nothing. But there is a way to kind of upgrade them a little bit without actually just painting them, or, you know, something like that. So I'm going to remove all this old varnish or polish, wax and stuff like that. Took quite a bit of getting off, very thick, because there was a burn mark on the table. You'll see it in a little while, probably from a candle or a lamp going over. Anyway, it's put a nasty burn in the surface, which is the reason why I think they put this very dark varnish on the mahogany top there. That's the burn. So once the stripper's neutralised with just warm soapy water, we can let it dry out. So on the legs I'm using wire wool just to remove any varnish. So I've got 3 of the legs are oak and 1 is mahogany, so there's a bit of an odd piece. So I'm going to mix some grain filler with artist black tempera just to darken it down a little bit. So where I've pinned the legs on, and any cracks all gets now filled with the dark stuff. And then in the cracks in the table, use a more natural colour. So that's the mark, that's the burn I'm trying to get out. And it practically made the tabletop a dish trying to get it out. It was that deep, but it did come out. A little bit of fine work by hand, no gloves, tough guy, eh? Once it's all sanded, look at that dust, can you see it? So because we've got the odd legs, the mahogany top and shelf, I'm going to have to dye it with this Indian rosewood. So I'm applying the dye with a bit of cotton wool there. Just go with the grain, long ways with the grain. And then before it dries, fine wire wool, just to get rid of any excess. I don't want it too dark. There you can see that nice carved detail on the legs. Cabriolet legs, I think they're called. Cabriolet legs with serpent edge. That's so. Now I'm using wire wool. Now the dye has dried, just to smooth it all out. Use a tack cloth to get any dust off. And then this is the first of 2 coats of French polish. This is a pale French polish being applied with a mop. I think my elbow is making the camera go out of focus there. Sorry about that. I mean, my French polishing is pretty bad. It is such a skill, you know. I shouldn't really be holding that brush. Not fit to hold that polishing brush. Anyway, nobody's looking, so I'll get away with it. So just cleaning up the edges there. Catch any dribbles off the side. If you've never used a mop, they are very, very soft bristles. They do tend to break, so you have to be very careful with them. Just apply with very gentle pressure. Mop it on. That's an old saying, mop it on. Now that's the first coat on, so there'll be another coat there. I'm going to show you that, it's just too boring. So now we go for the black French polish. And I'm going to apply this to the carved detail, the foliage there. It's difficult to date this one. I think it's Edwardian. I don't think it's any older than that. Probably, I don't know, 1900, something like that. Maybe a little bit older. I think they were mass produced and then assembled in the UK. It's like the original flat pack. So there we go, I'm highlighting all the detail. And these gorgeous, I call them whales holding the shelf up. Lovely things. Now left to dry. Lovely, lovely finish. Now a little bit of gold highlighting, so I'm having to use spray paint here. Good tip for this, don't over apply it, because when it dries it covers a lot more than you think. Just go steady. It does work, it does highlight. I just thought to lift it just a little bit. So okay, there it is. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.